let's talk about the NX. What is going on, everybody? Koopa here, and today, welcome to episode 7 of Next Level. I have a whole lot of news to cover in this video, so let's get started. Nintendo has updated its patent for a modular controller that now features swappable buttons. Now let's take a look at the patent they released back in 2014. Now let's take a look at the updated version. I believe it was yesterday. Now what I noticed from this updated patent is that it has those two control panels, which I don't know why you had to use that, unless they're probably going to swap it with analog stick. So there's really no point in having two control panels via up and down, left and right arrows. But what I'm kind of wondering is the little cross, the little diagonal line for like the buttons. Like as you can see, what are those buttons going to be? It's going to be like TR, CL, L, and R. It's going to be like those kinds of buttons, or it's going to be different, like new buttons with different letters like C, Y, W. Who knows what this NX controller is going to be? Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom is possibly coming to the NX. Now, you know what I always do? I always show trailers, so here you go. So, according to the report, Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom will explore 2D platforming areas that will appeal to old school gamers. So, you know, if you're into Mario, if you're into Banjo-Kazooie, if you're into Donkey Kong, this game should be for you, and it might possibly appeal to you guys. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the Nintendo NX room. EA isn't sure about supporting the Nintendo NX. Now, there was a report from Eurogamer that asked the president of EA, the president of EA, about supporting the NX, and this was his answer. Now, these 3 words that he says at the beginning, we all don't like. I don't know. Obviously, a lot of details are still to be unveiled. EA has developed for Nintendo for 30 years. Now let me say something about that. No, you didn't, EA. No, you didn't. You stopped developing for Nintendo back in 2013 when you released Need for Speed Most Wanted U for the Nintendo Wii U. You guys stopped after that. You didn't make any games for 3 years. So technically, to my opinion, you've been developing for Nintendo systems for 27 years. Now, let me just get back to it. And I was famously quoted as saying, "We're still good friends. I've lived the console cycle's ups and downs. I've launched the Dreamcast." Now, why are you talking about the Dreamcast? We're not talking about Sega and its console history. They stopped making consoles. We're talking about Nintendo, who has been making consoles since 1983. So what's the point in even saying you have launched the Dreamcast? Are you saying that you support Dreamcast? What are you trying to get along with the sentence? This whole answer is just wrong. Let me get back. Some publishers got behind that and some didn't, but certainly EA has never come out and said it won't develop for Nintendo. Now, basically what they're saying is they want Nintendo to reveal their system in September, and then they can start talking about if they're going to support it or not. Ubisoft has already confirmed it. Square Enix has already confirmed it. So a whole lot of other third-party developers have confirmed that they are supporting Nintendo NX except for EA, which is probably taking a different direction if they're going to do it or not, by letting Nintendo unveil their system. Let's talk about another elephant in the room. This is reported by Segment Next. The Nintendo NX will feature a Vita TEGRA chip, but it's not going to be the TEGRA X1. It will be the TEGRA X2, or Parker as they codenamed it. But I was fine with the X1. You know, the Wii games looked good. Super Mario 3D World looked awesome. Splatoon looked awesome. Mario Kart 8, one of the best Mario Kart, the best Mario Kart game in the series, looked awesome. So Segment Next is saying that we're getting one of these on a handheld. Boy, bruh, we're getting an Xbox One and a PlayStation 4 on a handheld with our itty bitty fingers. Let me actually read you guys off of the report off of Segment Next. The upcoming chip hasn't been formally named as Nvidia Tegra X2, and we know it as Tegra Next, which is likely Parker. The chip will feature 4 ARM-based Cortex A57 cores and 2 homegrown Denver 2 cores. It will use Pascal architecture for its GPU, the same one used for Nvidia's flagship GPU models, GTX or Titan X, GTX 1080, GTX 1070, and GTX 1060. Nintendo NX will benefit from its unified memory, which means faster communication between central components, CPU and GPU. Tegra Parker is using a 16nm FinFET process. Needless to say, this information should be taken with a massive grain of salt, as Nintendo nor Nvidia has confirmed using a Tegra chip. But if the Japanese giant truly wants to expose its console to a wider audience like it says, it needs to use a more powerful chip. And that's gonna have to be the end of this video. So if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, as it really just helps support the channel. And yeah, stay calm, subscribe to the show, and I'll see you in the next video. In 5, 4, 3, 2,